Well, everyone, it's time for us to go ahead and compare the AirPods Pro 2nd generation that just came out against the AirPods 3rd generation that also came out about a year ago. If you want to pick up either one of these AirPods, links will be down in the description. You can get them from there. You can help support the channel at the same time. Now, starting off with the price tags of both these AirPods, the AirPods Pro 2s are a little bit more expensive than the 3rd generation AirPods. So the 3rd generation AirPods, I'm just going to call them AirPods 3s, those are $169. The Pro 2s, on the other hand, are $249. So it's not quite a $100 difference between these two, but you are getting a little bit more of an expensive set of AirPods on the AirPods 2s. On the AirPods Pro 2s at that. But with that extra price tag, it does come with, a couple more features and things like that, which is really nice. On the outside with the casings, it's kind of a similar type of styling, but obviously the AirPods Pro 2s, they kind of protrude a little bit. They're a little bit more wider, but I feel like both these, when you're feeling them in the hand, there is a lot more similarities in my opinion than differences. They both use the lightning ports at the bottom. They both have, charging lights indicators in the front as well. And they both have the little reset button on the back. But there are two new features with the Pro 2s that the 3rd generation AirPods do not have. These include the lanyard loop, so you can go ahead and put a lanyard on the side of the AirPods if you want to. I guess that's a cool feature. I'm probably never going to use it. But the Pro 2s also have a built-in speaker set on the bottom of these AirPods. So these are great, I think, if you're going to go ahead and use Find My. If your AirPods are missing, you can go ahead and, track them a little bit easier and hear them. I also kind of think people may end up modding these, and maybe you can use those speakers as an actual speaker set for your AirPods. I have no idea. I mean, the sky's the limit. Hopefully Apple does something like that. But regardless, that is something that is really cool for the Pro 2s that the 3rd generation AirPod, don't really have. Now, flipping these cases open, we have kind of the same type of styling of AirPods 2s, but we kind of have a different type of capability. So first of all, the AirPods and the AirPods Pros, they have a completely different ear tips. So the one on the AirPods 3s are those standard tips. They fit inside your ear and then you just move on there. But the Pros 2s have customizable tips. So if for some reason those, tips that come standard in the box don't fit you well, you can always interchange them. You can change them out. And I actually do like this a lot because it gives a better fit in your ears if they work for you. Personally, those type of AirPods actually don't fit in my ears, but the AirPods 3s also don't fit in my ears either. Those little things that stick in your ear are way too big for me. And the only AirPods that fit extremely well are the original AirPods or AirPods 2s. These AirPods Pros 2s and AirPods 3rd generations don't really fit in my ears that well, but the Pros 2s fit better to me than the AirPods 3s. So that's probably one big thing to keep in mind. But regardless, if they work for you, then that's awesome. And that kind of covers it up on the outside of both these bodies. Now, internally, there are tons of differences for sure. Now, I will start probably with the AirPods tips themselves. So they actually do have different types of buttons that you have. So with the Pros 2s, you have this kind of touch control button, which is really cool. With the AirPods 3s, we have a force sensor. So you can still kind of do about the same thing on both, but it's kind of cool that you have that type of capability. You also have two different features for the Pros 2s that you don't really have for the AirPods 3s. And these are active noise cancellation and adaptive transparency mode. Now, we still have things like personalized spatial audio on both. We have sweat and water resistance on both as well. And we have like Hey Siri and all those other things too. But those two things, active noise cancellation is really awesome. So essentially, if you're traveling and let's say you're in an area that has a bunch of loud noises, or you really want to focus, like you're in a library or you're in whatever, then an AirPods Pro 2s are probably going to give you a better experience because it almost drowns out all the noise around you. I have several different headphones like AirPods Maxes and these Sony headphones that have noise cancellation built within it. And by having noise cancellation on, it is a massive difference. I don't like overhyping things, but it is a really big difference. With AirPods Pros, that is a cool feature if you're going to use it. Like if you don't think it's cool, or if you're never in loud environments or you're never studying or anything like that, then regular AirPods are going to be fine. But that is still something cool that the Pros have that the standard AirPods don't really have, On top of that, adaptive transparency mode is really cool. So it'll basically, give you the ability of hearing things around you. But I will say, I don't really think it's that crazy big of a deal, mostly because it sucks up battery life. And when I wear like regular AirPods, I can hear more things around me than with the AirPods Pro. So it's a cool feature to have for sure. But if you're going to get these because of transparency mode, then you might as well just get regular AirPods because you're already kind of getting transparency mode built in because they're just not that great of a fitting, AirPods compared to the Pros. So it's kind of a funny thing, but it's actually almost like the same thing in my opinion. Now, like I said, they both have spatial audio with dynamic head tracking, so this is a cool feature. So if you're moving your head around and you have it enabled, it'll basically feel like, the sound is coming from the direction of where you're actually, like where the speaker is. So it's really cool. I like that a lot. And other than that, they kind of have the same type of capability. Now, both these have, as far as I know, MagSafe capability. It's kind of weird that on Apple's website, they don't mention that on the AirPods 3s, but I'm pretty sure they have it because I've tested it before. You can get personalized engravings within them. They have automatic switching. Battery life wise, they actually have the same exact battery life according to Apple. So you can get 6 hours of listening time on one charge on both of these AirPods. Now, I will say, I personally feel like that's kind of a stretch, and honestly, depending on the way you're actually utilizing these AirPods, it may be less, it may be more. It really depends on how much you're using spatial audio, it depends on how much you're using noise cancellation, adaptive transparency mode, but I would say on best case scenarios, you could probably get, pretty good battery life from these things for sure. Now, they both have different H chips within them. So the AirPods 3s have H1 chips built within them. The AirPods Pros 2s have H2 chips. The main difference here mostly is that there's a little bit more customizability for the H2 chip. You can, probably I would say because for the AirPods Pros 2, they have more features built within them. It needs a little bit more of a powerful chip. So that's probably the bigger thing there. But other than that, you also actually have the Apple U1 chip inside of that case itself on the Pros 2s. And I will definitely tell you the Pros 2s are the more premium AirPods here. They're better, they're going to be stronger. They're really going to have everything you could, when you throw them in your bag and you wanted to travel with them or whatever. These are a great set of AirPods. They're probably worth the money. And I will definitely say, if you're trying to go and get a brand new pair of AirPods and you have the money, these ones are the better ones for you. They're going to have a lot more capability. They're going to be, like I said, more future-proofed in a way as well. And I think that looking to the future of both these AirPods, we're probably going to be at a time where the AirPods Pros 2s are still going to be sold when the AirPods 4s come out. So I feel like with the AirPods 4s, they're probably not going to come out for the next 2 years, maybe even long, maybe a little bit shorter, maybe like 2023 end of or 2024. That's when the AirPods 3 successors could come out. But the AirPods Pros 2s, if I'm being honest, these are probably going to be here for a much longer time than most people think. With the AirPods Pros 1s, those came out in 2019, and even the successor of that, which is the Pros 2s, it's not really that big of a difference. I mean, they brought some cool things, but there's not really that big of a difference. The AirPods 2s to the 3s was a bigger difference in my opinion, but that makes me think that these Pros 2s are going to be here for a long period of time. So if you're planning on buying these AirPods, I think you can't go wrong with the Pros 2s, but if you don't really care for those features like active noise cancellation, transparency mode, different things like that, then you might as well get the AirPods 3s and save a little bit of money. But at that point, I would kind of recommend looking at the AirPods 2s for $129 and seeing, if you're willing to go down that road because those might fit better in your ear than the AirPods 3s. So in terms of that kind of covers it up. If you guys have any other questions or thoughts, let me know in the comment section below. Hit the like button, that would mean so much, but definitely hit that subscribe button. More importantly than everything else, I love every single one of you guys. Hopefully I'll catch you guys in the next video. Peace out till then.